Good morning. How are you doing this morning? I hope you are doing well, but if this has been a day where the morning was a little rough, I hope that checking in with little Critter makes it just a little bit better. Just a toy. Dad took my sister and me to the toy store. We had been extra helpful to Mom all week, so this was our treat. We went to Toys Everywhere, and they were everywhere. I was amazed. My sister went right up to the science section and picked out a microscope or something. Boy, is she easy to please. I just couldn't make up my mind. First, I wanted a whirring, zooming, flashing spaceship with a parachute. Then, I saw the rough and ready smasher truck. But I had always wanted a Mr. Build Me set. Then I saw the roaring, stomping, hopping dinosaur. Dad said, "Time to make up your mind." But I couldn't make up my mind. I was confused. Finally, I picked the whirring, zooming, flashing spaceship with a parachute. We stood in line, but just as it was our turn at the cash register, I knew for sure that I didn't want the whirring, zooming, flashing spaceship with a parachute. I wanted the roaring, stomping, hopping dinosaur. Dad, I said, we made a terrible mistake. I got the wrong toy. Dad and my little sister didn't look very happy, but we went back and got the dinosaur. We had to stand in line all over again. Dad paid and we went to the car. I was happy and my little sister was happy. But on the way home, my dinosaur's head fell off. I started to cry. Dad said, "Don't worry, I can fix it." My little sister started collecting things to look at under her dumb microscope. I had to wait for Dad to fix my dinosaur. Finally, it was fixed. I thought I would fool my sister, so I set my dinosaur on its loudest roar and snuck up behind her. But my dinosaur didn't roar. It just squeaked. She laughed. Then I made it stomp real hard and it fell all to pieces. My sister laughed some more. I cried. Mom said, "Don't worry, Dad can fix it." I guess I threw a fit. I screamed, "I don't want a fixed toy. I want a new, unbroken toy now." Mom sent me to my room until dinner. At dinner, I had to say sorry to everyone. Then Mom said that tomorrow, Dad would take me back to the toy store for an exchange. The next day, I had to wait all day long for Dad to get home from work. It was the longest day of my life. Dad took me and the broken dinosaur to the toy store. We went to the return counter and the lady gave me a slip. I got the Mr. Build Me set. It's already in billions of pieces, so there's nothing to break. Dad said, "Now do you feel better? After all, it's just a toy." I said, "Yeah, Dad, but it's a great toy." Now, little Critter did not have to throw a tantrum because his parents loved him. His parents were on his side and they were going to do what they could do to help him because he bought a toy and it broke the first day. That's not good. So they knew they could go back to the toy store and exchange it. So little Critter didn't have to throw a tantrum. And you know what? Tantrums don't really help. They just make us feel bad and they make us look ridiculous to everybody else. So little Critter had the opportunity to manage his emotions well and stay calm. So that's what our gold nugget is. I learn to manage my emotions well and stay calm. Can you put your hand over your heart and say that with me? I learn to manage my emotions well and stay calm. Like I said, tantrums don't help the situation. They just add a second layer of difficulty because he got disciplined for the tantrum and then had to apologize on top of the fact that his toy was already broken. See, if he'd have managed his emotions and stayed calm, he still would have gotten the new toy, but he could have skipped the discipline and having to apologize. So let's learn to manage our emotions well. And if you have no idea how to do that, you know what? You can start praying about it immediately and asking God to help teach you how to manage your emotions well and stay calm, because guess what? He loves you and he wants to leverage who he is for those who are in relationship with him. That's a really good deal. So let's learn to stop the tantrums and manage our emotions well. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Well, thank you so much for joining me here today. I should finish my sentence. And I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did. Remember, you are seen, you are heard, and you matter. And I will see you back here tomorrow for another story together.